Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 14 of the JD Talk Show. It's good to have you all here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope all of you are having a stellar weekend and also just a great day. A great day. Welcome. This episode is called Always Growing. Now, let's just talk about that for a second, all right? Always growing. It means that we never get content. We never find ourselves getting stuck. And by not getting stuck, we always find ourselves in a state of wanting more for ourselves. So I think that's pretty cool. How do we all like the background, the setup? We're changing it up a little bit, getting the lighting going. I like it. I like it. I like more of this. Okay. Want to shout out my good friend Deja Riley. We just had her on the show last week, covering her story, her journey with discipline, her routine, her life. So if ever you are interested in checking that out, feel free to check it out. It is episode 13, and be sure to stay on the lookout for more people that we have on the show. Now, diving into the theme of today, always growing. Now, for me, I'll just use myself as an example. I'll just use the example of at the start of the year. So it's March right now. January, I wanted to find a way to keep myself going, keep myself in a way, like build a steady machine that can consistently challenge me, but also allow me to be a better person every single day without over exhausting myself, or an infamous word that we are all familiar with, burning out. That's right. So look, I had to put some things to the test. So one thing that I had to do, since I'm in social media as a fitness professional, I'm a personal trainer and online digital personal trainer as well. I went into the, what do you call it? I went into the phase of trying to overload the social media platforms with 4 posts a day per platform. Now, if you think about that, all right, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have YouTube, and LinkedIn. So 20 posts a day became I was able to stick with it for a good month. And then after that, I became so sick of it that I was like, this is so stupid. Why am I doing this to myself? And then I was like, okay, at least I know I can do it. And at least I know the results that I can get from that. So I took that. I took it as a win because I was able to do it for an extended period of time. And then I retracted back. I recovered a little bit. Because listen, y'all need to have a little bit of recovery from social media. We all do too much finger and thumb scrolling. We got to take a break from it sometime. Post for another day. And then what it led to was understanding the importance of social media, what you can put out there, or if you're in a profession like mine, what you put out there should have some level of value to it. It should have something that gives more to others than it does to yourself. Does that make sense? So what you put out there should give more to others than it does give to yourself. So you shouldn't. I will use myself as this example. I'm not chasing likes. I'm not chasing views, although the views do help on the monetization side of Instagram and eventually YouTube as well. Again, you should be chasing the opportunity to be a better servant to others, which is why, I love the field that I'm in, but also not everybody can do it, because then they realize, oh, well, I've been doing it all for myself and I want it for myself. And then they're in this whole journey and mix up. And then they realize at the end of it, I need to be helping others. How can I help others? So I dialed back. I was able to, I guess, just kind of designate like a post on a certain day. And I literally pulled it all back to literally like 1 post or 2 posts a week. One post was a boxing tip of the week. The other one was a highlight shared from this show. And I tell you what, I really enjoy it. it really fulfills me. And now what I'm able to do, if I have like a really good workout with some of my good friends, if I am doing something that I'm like, I'm really proud of this, so I'm going to highlight my clients today, then I at least know that when I do share it, it's more for them or more for sharing the experience than it is just posting to post. Okay. So by doing that, by scaling back, I was able to grow and mature more through uh, posting, through discipline, in so many ways. So if you're in a phase where you're like, I need to be posting every single day of my life, it's okay. You can dial back. All right. So let's talk about another method of growing, because it doesn't just stop or start there. There are so many lanes that we can all grow in. And one thing that I like to highlight is, it's the field that I'm in, but the importance of exercise. An episode I did, I think 2 episodes back, episode 12, was exercise and you'll live. And it's so true because, listen, when you exercise, when you move, when you do anything physical, you just feel so much better. Plain and simple as that. And ways that, let's just say, maybe you are in an exercise journey for yourself, a fitness journey for yourself, which is, hey, that's not selfish. That's it's great. I guess selfish in its own positive way, but you also do need to be able to give back to yourself in those categories. So let's just say, okay, you're on a good kick, you're just kind of like picking and poking days to exercise or work out. All right, well, what's going to happen is your body's going to adapt to the stress that you're putting on it. And then you're going to, it's the P word, you're going to plateau. Okay. Just to put it in more simpler terms, meaning your body is seeking more positive stress. We can use fitness as a positive stress. I like that. I like that idea. So that's where I like to bring in another P word, a program. That's where personal trainers comes in. A lot of P's today, all the P's today. That's where a personal trainer comes in. That's when somebody that has dedicated their time and energy to write a program, a goal that the individual or the client or you have in mind, and they put it together for you over an extended period of time. For example, I started off with, I call it the road to 225. It was my journey of lifting weights, or my introduction to lifting weights, and I wanted some help. Although I am a personal trainer myself, listen, y'all need to be looking at the other people around you. If you have personal trainers around you that are maybe more knowledgeable than you in certain categories, you should take advantage of that. Ask them, reach out to them, and pursue them and let them know what your goals are, because they can help you. So I did a 12-week program. It was try and squat, deadlift, and bench 225. I was able to hit one of them. And now what I've been able to do is stack on, was able to go my own way. I sought out another 8-week program that was more specific to the barbell work that I was interested in. And then after 8 weeks of that program, I created my own based off of the 20 weeks that I had already put in. And I wanted to see what I could do for myself. And now, as I've scaled back, I'm I'm already like I'm already finding ways to grow more. I'm able to pick and choose days where, okay, this is what my body needs for recovery. There we go. Done deal. So, exercising is important because it's going to give you the stress that your body needs to continue to grow. And then you will feel better physically, you'll feel better mentally, and you'll also look really freaking good. That's right. Who doesn't want to look good? I think the idea of being in good shape is also that kind of needs to be shaken up a little bit, because being in good health and good shape is the same thing. And it's not anything to be afraid of. What you should be afraid of is hearing the word, or you say to yourself, man, I'm out of shape. That's a bad word. That's a bad word. If you find yourself saying, oh man, I'm just out of shape, I think it's just like it's almost like an excuse that you're setting up for yourself to just kind of water it down. Let's get into shape, folks. Let's get better. Come on. Next up, this is out of my field, but I like to highlight this because while you're exercising, you need to make sure that you are nourishing your body properly. Okay. And what I would recommend is finding a nutritionist, somebody that specializes in that can help complement what you are doing physically in your everyday life. Maybe there are just some things that are counterintuitive to your body and how you take on things. Like celiac runs in my family. Although I don't have the celiac gene. I have to pay attention to other foods that may affect me and affect, let's just say, just my mood overall. I know that, if I eat something really bad that's not good for me, I'm definitely not going to be feeling good. That's for sure. All right. So nutrition, exercising, always growing. And I like to bring this up because I remember a couple of times, and I've shared a couple of these stories too, of like a journey to get somewhere, or a journey to uh, dance for a Broadway on or off Broadway company, a winning my boxing fight, running the New York City Marathon. Everything had an end point, but I had never set up myself up for an opportunity to continue to grow. And that is the scariest part, is how you come out of something so rigorous, something so challenging. And that's why there should always be a steady machine, you know, continuously going. If you go hard, look, I posted 4 posts a day on each platform for a month, and I went crazy. So much to the point where I just stopped doing it. And then technically, you could call it, I derailed my progress instantly. So that could be applicable to exercise. That could be applicable to nutrition. You know, something to ponder, folks. Something to ponder, something to think about. So we can live life in extremes and then burn out, or we can ease into it little by little, brick by brick. The saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the truth. you know you think about how buildings are made, right? They're not done overnight. It takes time, and you should prioritize more time in building yourself. Pen drop. Look, that is all I have to say for today. Just a quick recap of everything. Always find ways to grow. So when you get the opportunity to, get through your thing, do what it is that you're trying to do, allow yourself to plan for what you're going to do afterwards. Okay? Hi, pup. So listen, I'm JD. Thanks for talking and listening with me. I hope you all have an amazing week. Be sure to stay tuned for whom we bring on the show next time. It's going to be a good one. I promise you that. And then also stay tuned for the other episodes Sunday and Wednesday. All right. Peace out, everybody. Catch you on the flippy flop.